Hey everyone, you are watching We Had That. Today's video is a walkthrough of a toy swap from just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, hosted by Retroville Collectibles. There was a wide variety of stuff available, a whole lot of Star Wars and a whole lot of G.I. Joe and other 1/6 scale military figures. Here's some new retro Empire Strikes Back figures, a couple of vintage 1/6 scale Star Wars figures, and one of the new Slave Ones. DC Comics Superheroes case, a bunch of Hot Wheels cars, some more Star Wars stuff, and Kiss Psycho Circus figures, 1/6 scale military figures, as well as a couple of Captain Action items. Nice Frankenstein there in the back, and a castle with a bunch of knights. Lots of other little plastic figures, and a variety of miscellany, including 3 guitars. Here's some more Star Wars and Transformers pieces, and Transporter with Spock, G.I. Joe Troop Transport, some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and bags of miscellaneous figures. I'm going to pause on this for a second. Seeing a Snake Mountain in the box at a swap meet is pretty impressive. $250, not too bad of a price, and also a G.I. Joe official collector display case. A couple of really nice pieces here right at the beginning. Also some G.I. Joe stuff and some Big Jim, $6 Million Man, Migos, Superpowers, Battlestar Galactica, and a whole bunch of loose Masters of the Universe and vintage Star Wars figures. There's some more G.I. Joe there on the left. Here's just some miscellaneous toys. I think these ended up being free at the end of the event. More Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Star Wars. Some more cars here, Matchbox and Hot Wheels. And a variety of other miscellaneous stuff, including a bunch of loose Transformers. Nice stuff there. There's the Millennium Falcon. Some more Transformers, Pee Wee Herman. There is some Marks stuff here, a bunch of loose vintage Star Wars figures. We've got some, I think that's from Silverhawks. Musclemen, $2 each or 6 for $10. Some vintage G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe here. Now here we've got a really rare piece, the Great Garlo, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. That's not a figure that you see every day. As well as some Masters of the Universe and Star Raiders. That's also something that you don't see very often. Nice. Vintage G.I. Joe and Buck Rogers. There are those Star Raiders again. And Battlestar Galactica. Hutch from Starsky and Hutch. A bunch of miscellaneous stuff here. A lot of Star Wars pieces. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. More Star Wars. And over here we've got some Star Wars. Looks like some Black Series figures down there. Star Wars helmets. Star Wars Legos. Half a bottle of water. X-Wing fighter. Some more Star Wars. Here's some Star Wars mini busts. And some more Star Wars over here. Looks like some vintage stuff mixed in. Here's some Pops. More Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. And 3 Dreadnought vehicles. I'm blanking on the name right now. Some more G.I. Joe vehicles. Some Pops. And miscellaneous 1/6 scale figures and accessories, as well as 1/6 scale vehicles. Some more Star Wars stuff. Marshall Bravestar, was that who that was? Some Marvel characters here. This guy's table was interesting. He had a lot of Mego-esque figures that had been customized. That was some cool stuff. There's some AHI Astro Apes. You don't see those very often. And some 1/6 scale DC superheroes. Star Trek and superhero Migos from Mountain Town Toys. Some Star Trek the Motion Picture 3 3/4-inch figures. And some miscellaneous other figures down there. This guy had some books and records as well as vintage Matt Mason stuff with the boxes. That is certainly not something you see very often, and certainly not at a swap meet. More 1/6 scale military, G.I. Joe, and other stuff. Hot Wheels. There's a TIE Fighter there. Here's a Star Trek transporter room. Some more 1/6 scale G.I. Joe. And some more Star Wars figures. Godzilla back there. That's a cool piece. More 1/6 scale pieces here. Some more Hot Wheels cars. More Star Wars. Lots of bins of miscellaneous individual figures. There were lots of those all over the swap meet. Looks like some modern and vintage Star Wars figures here. And more miscellaneous figures, including some very beat-up superpowers. I had taken a look at those. 2-packs. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-packs. And some DC superheroes. Fortnite, Gremlins, Spawn, Fantastic Four. All kinds of stuff. Some more pops back there. Marvel Legends. Miscellaneous action figures from various lines. Looks like some more Black Series, Star Wars figures, and some more of those retro figures. Here we've got some more vintage Star Wars figures and some Star Wars vehicles here. Some of the new Star Wars stuff as well. If you were a Star Wars fan, especially a fan of the newer Star Wars toys, there was all kinds of stuff here that you would have been interested in. Star Wars. The Joker. Here's some pops. There were a good number of pops, but not as many as I'd been seeing lately. My Little Pony and some other miscellaneous action figures. There's the He-Man, Beastman, Masters of the Universe, Mega Constructs 2-pack. Lots of little bins of little figures, miscellaneous stuff there. Some Monster High figures, some more 1/6 scale stuff, and another miscellaneous bin. I think there's a Gambit down there. More miscellaneous carded figures, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Monsters, Inc., Star Wars. Looks like some Power Rangers, some Dorbs, Care Bear. More miscellaneous figures here. There's some vintage Star Wars and vintage G.I. Joe. Bunch of individual My Little Ponies. Some more 1/6 scale military action figures and vehicles. My Foot. More military 1/6 scale action figures. G.I. Joe. Not sure if these are G.I. Joe or other brands, but more 1/6 scale military action figures here. Star Wars and 1/6 scale military seemed to be the biggest sellers or most available items this weekend. Looks like a vintage G.I. Joe there. Some more comic book related action figures here. Mini-Mates. Marvel. Ghostbusters. X-Men. Spider-Man. Superman. Marvel Legends. All kinds of cool superhero action figures. Here's some more pops. Halo. All kinds of miscellaneous stuff here. Old books, puzzles, coloring books, and games. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Superman. DC Comics Superheroes Riddler, bunch of E.T. Now I'm going to pause it right here for just a second. When I go to a swap meet in a parking lot, I do not expect to find a Masters of the Universe Eternia playset. But here it was, Eternia playset at a swap meet in a parking lot under a tent. That was a surprise find. Pretty cool piece to see. Looks like we've got some toy guns here. Some more Star Wars Mall Madness game. DC, looks like the Red Baron, James Bond Jr., Creepshow, some Empire Strikes Back action there. All kinds of miscellaneous stuff here. Ghostbusters carrying case. Now, this guy had some cool movie stuff and vinyl and a lot of old monsters. There's some of the 1980 Rimco 3 3/4-inch figures, some of the Star Trek the Motion Picture figures that had been customized, a few masks, some more books, some very cool old magazines and comics, $6 Million Man, whole bunch of movie and monster stuff. The Godzilla game, how cool is that? 2 Witch games, and a handful of old Slurpee cups. Dracula, Walking Dead, a couple of Evil Knievels down there. Here we've got some custom Star Trek the Motion Picture, a bunch of the Rimco monsters, AHI, Jaws, Battlestar Galactica, Black Hole, trading cards here, Hordak with his accessories, and some more Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars, and a garage for those cars. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All kinds of miscellaneous random pieces. Clawful there for $2. Some awesome Dungeons and Dragons figures carded. Don't see those very often at a swap meet. Toxic Avenger. Now this was a surprise. All of these carded Superpowers figures, he had almost the entire second wave. There's Shazam there. I'm sorry, almost the entire third wave. That's not something that I would have expected to see at a swap meet. Here we have got the Retroville booth, which is inside. This is an antique mall. And inside the Retroville booth has all kinds of stuff. You can see Transformers here, Masters of the Universe stuff, just a wide variety. The Strange Change toy, how cool is that? All kinds of cool stuff at the Retroville Collectibles booth, which is there all the time. The swap meet was just a one-day thing, but Retroville Collectibles is around all the time, and they were doing 20% off on this day. There's about 4 or 5 booths in there that sell mostly vintage toys. Dinosaurs. Down here we got a Star Wars mini rig, which I didn't even notice when I was in there. More Star Wars stuff over here. I Spy game, Wheel of Fortune game. More records. Pretty sure all this is still the Retroville booth. California Raisins, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Swamp Thing, and old carded vintage Mego Star Trek figure, G.I. Joe, Superpowers, My Little Pony, some more vintage Star Wars pieces, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles down there at the bottom, old G.I. Joe Foot Locker that's been modified, Spider-Man, Now, this is the booth, I think, behind the Retroville Collectibles booth. And there were a lot of loose figures that had been bagged specifically for their store. So they have their store's little card stapled to the top. But there were a whole bunch of different action figures here from a variety of lines. You got some Mego-like figures that had been customized. I love this guy. What was that from? The Beast Warriors line, I think. You can see Catwoman, Batman, Darkseid, some more Star Wars stuff. Or, sorry, G.I. Joe, Pee Wee Herman. And then this case had just a variety of different action figures, 1/6 and 8-inch mostly. We've got some more military, G.I. Joe, Batman. Very cool stuff here. Mork from Ork. Now, what did I get? First of all, a friend of mine came out and I traded one of my action figures for this Trouble with Tribbles Star Trek Kirk action figure from Mego. And I also got a Dracula Rimco glow-in-the-dark figure from 1980 for $5. And the same friend that I traded to get the Kirk gave me the Adventure People Yellow Diver. I also was able to get an issue of The Brave and the Bold that I didn't have, number 155 with Batman and Green Lantern. So that was cool. Only $3. And then this piece, the Sky Sled from Masters of the Universe, vintage piece, marked at $2, but a friend of mine just said that he could give it to me for free. It was really dirty. I cleaned it up, and this is going to be a great addition to my collection. And then the big piece I got was the Snake Mountain playset from the same friend. I got this for just $20. It's awesome. It's a little bit too big. I don't really have a place to put it, so I'm going to have to get rid of some stuff so that I have a cool place to display the Snake Mountain playset. So that was the show. Pretty nice swap meet. For those of you who live in the Atlanta area, check out Retroville Collectibles. But if you live anywhere in the United States and collect toys, you can check out Retroville Collectibles. And if they've got something that you want, you can have it shipped to you. Also, if you're a fan of toys, you should know about ToyLanta. Biggest toy show in the southeastern United States, held annually just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Visit ToyLanta.com for more information. And as always, thanks for watching.